But to switch the topic of discussion, another thing that I really feel passionate about is the state of music right now. And there's a reason why. There's like a few reasons why I've been reacting to less and less music and artists in general, because one, artists are their heads are too up their asses and get mad at anybody that doesn't like 100% of everything that they drop. Two, the fans are absolutely dog shit bitches. And they also get mad if you don't like anything or everything that the artist drops, or they call you a dick rider if you like everything that the artist drops. And that shit's annoying. But another reason is because music has just been kind of the same. And every time I say that, people feel some type of way and get mad, which is another reason why I just don't even want to react to it all together, because niggas just get mad at they want to see reaction, but they hate the reaction that I give. A lot of things are sounding the same. The topics are the same. The melodies are getting the same. Other artists are sounding like bigger artists that made a wave with that sound, and it's just getting kind of stale. So, sometimes I'll just be like, I'll pass, or no thank you. But apparently I'm not the only person who's felt this way or had this thought process. BlackySpeakz with a new video, Why Hip Hop is Dying. I'm very interested to see what he has got to say on this subject. So let's check it out.
Now, hip-hop isn't really dead, but the path the genre is on is leading to certain aspects of the genre dying. An important conversation right here, and if you appreciate a raw conversation like this, drop a like and don't be stingy. This has actually been on my mind for quite some time.
Same.
I'm sure you might have a few things to say about it, and I want to start this conversation by taking a look at this article from Billboard. Essentially, they talk about why hip-hop has been on the decline on the charts. Although this is the article that I'm leading this video with, this conversation that I'm going to have in this video is actually way deeper than what this article is going to talk about. I'm simply going to start this convo with this article, and then I'll take it from there. With that being said, let's check out this article. As the halfway point of 2023 approaches, hip-hop has yet to grace the top of either the Billboard Hot 100 or the Billboard Top 200 Albums chart. By the beginning of last June, 2022 already boasted #1 albums from 6 different rappers: Gunna, Lil Durk, Tyler the Creator, Pusha T, Future, and Kendrick Lamar. Over on the Hot 100, even amidst Harry Styles, I don't listen to that. Historic 15-week As It Was. Actually, that's a good song. Let me take that back. I like that song. As It Was, Rain, rap hits from Jack Harlow, First Class, and Future and Drake. Wait For You secured runs at #1 by last year's halfway mark. So this article, which a lot of y'all have been sending me, is essentially about how hip-hop hasn't been dominating the charts like it was in the past. So much to the point where half of the year is gone and there's yet a hip-hop album that's charted at #1 this year. Now, that was until the Pink Tape, which I got some things to say about. That's another conversation. And that's kind of surprising now that I think about it. It's not something I even noticed, mostly because I don't put too much stock in what's hot on the charts, but obviously I'll pay attention to it and I see it. And I know that's usually what the masses pay attention to the most. So this time last year, there are a bunch of #1 rap albums like the article mentioned. And in this year, we're kind of going through this dip where, that's not really happening. Now, just from some of the numbers I've been looking at and seeing, hip hop is far from in danger, if you will. Overall, it is, after all, the fastest growing genre, and it's been like that for some time now. I think hip-hop, especially in the last decade, has just seen such an influx of listeners and revenue to the point where it is being prioritized in a lot of spaces because that's what's making the money, right? That's especially true for the record labels, which we're going to talk a lot about in this video. A lot of major record labels for the last couple years have made it their life mission to allocate a lot of their funds and attention to signing hip-hop acts specifically. And that's obviously the case because that's where the money is right now. Rappers also have a pretty fast turnover rate, and how that connects to the music industry is, out of, let's say, 100 rappers a record label signs, at least 80% of those rappers, statistically speaking, are going to fail. Now, failure not meaning that they won't be able to sustain their career and find some type of success in their own way, more so failure in terms of how a record label views it, because they sign you with the hopes of getting a return on that investment, right? Plain and simple, it's just business, and there's a cap and limit on how much of their resources can actually be allotted to every single.
Not even most of the rapidy rap niggas sound the same. No, there's like a specific type of rap, like the fast rap or whatever, that literally all them niggas sound the same. It sounds like the YouTube raps where they're like, him when I was sitting when I rap this, when I got this, when I rap this, when I rap this, when I had. I'm like, ugh, Jesus.
Act that gets,
because it's like it has nothing to do with like mumble rap or whatever. It's the same thing with like people. Just because you rap fast don't mean that your shit is good, bro.
signed. Now the budget is there, but in a lot of ways it's not there because these labels are signing so many people, and in the process they're losing a lot of money. However, they make it all back when they sign someone who makes up for all the other failed acts. So that 20% that either breaks even or succeeds is the reason why they're banking on signing so many people. And it's really a game of how many shots can we take, because at some point one of those shots is going to go in. Not only that, one of those 100 shots is probably going to make up for all the other 99 people who we gave a record deal to and signed. So that's the way the industry is set up right now, period. And it's always been like that, but now what's happened is everything is about filling quotas. It's not how can we serve this artist to become the greatest artist they can possibly become. It's how can we market this artist and make them appear as someone who's greater than what they actually are. Jay-Z said it the best. One time Hove made a great point about how greatness actually takes time to develop, and these days no one wants to put in the time to reach that greatness.
That's because
ImDontai first stream
everything's
on
like
Twitch,
this.
and I've been dying to ask if you listen to
No, I'm
Streamo.
not listening to it. I don't want kids to listen to anything music-wise that you're suggesting. I'm not going to listen to it because I don't care. I'm at the point where I'm over it, okay? I've been over it for a minute. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the donation. Don't think I am, waving that off. I'm just waving off your fucking suggestion because I've been dealing with this shit for years, okay? Niggas beg me to listen to some shit, and then when I listen to it and I give an honest reaction, niggas cry, niggas get mad, niggas bitch. Please don't ask me. Stop asking me to react to an artist that you like. Please. And thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Nobody wants to put in the time. And that's especially true for the labels, right?
But yeah, it's really like TikTok and all this short, everything's getting done quick. So it's like nobody's trying to grow with an artist. Like, my nigga, you got to have something that's hot like right now, like popping right now, immediately, or we just don't care. That's how it is right now.
Major labels don't want to take the time to develop.
That was a $20 donation too. I appreciate you. Trust me, I appreciate you. But my God, I don't care about I'm done with it. I'm done.
Lol, I get it, you good.
Yeah, bro, it's just, I'm telling you, like, you're not everybody be telling me that I gotta listen to this, and they be like, trust me, you gonna love it, or they be like, bro, I'm next up.
FR like I blame M&M for making people thinking that fast rap means the song is good. People like Tom McDonald needs their lips super glue shut.
I don't know how people make songs, make a music video to it, upload it on YouTube, relook at the video, and then be like, yeah, we going live with this. I just be like, damn, really?
Develop these artists because delayed gratification. The industry needs to make money now, like today. And that's at the expense of not only the artists, but also the quality of the music. How can we market this music and artists in the quickest way possible to as many people as possible, while spending the least amount of money as possible, while making back the most amount of money? Now,
which isn't dumb. Like, obviously, anybody in their right mind would want to do that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's right, you know?
That right there is a problem, because with the money being the...
Did you react to memes? Yeah, I already reacted to memes. If you hear from memes, you already missed it, man. Sorry. I literally did it as soon as I started stream.
Focal point, what do you think takes a back seat? That's right, the art. The last thing the industry wants to do now is to develop talent into super talent. The industry now wants to find subpar talent with no foundation, prop it up and make it look more grand than it actually is, and market that talent to give off the perception of talent that has been developed. Because developing talent not only takes time, it takes money and it takes resources. The shortcut to that is what they're doing right now. They're discovering an artist who has the potential to appear as a star. The music might even be amazing, but the foundation might be shaky. But it don't matter as long as money can be made. It don't matter as long as we can keep this artist in a position to be seen. Because at some point, due to the nature of constantly getting exposed to something, we as human beings, we eventually find something that we like about the very thing we're getting exposed to. This is marketing 101. If you can put something in front of people time and time and time again, a percentage of those people will start to find good aspects of whatever it is that's being marketed towards them. Now, Ice Spice, who I put on a thumbnail, is a good example of this. Bless her lovely little...
You just shove shit down people's throat. They hate it on it at first, but eventually they'll be like, I mean, I get, you know what? I'm used to it. I guess it's cool. I feel like that's what happened with like a lot of these rappers, like these mumble rappers that were coming up. It was just like, yo, what the fuck are you even saying? Like, what? But then you hear it over and over again, and you're like, yo, I mean, I guess this shit kind of cool. Like, if you really listen, like, it's really kind of cool. And then you make excuses for it. And then, like, now it just becomes art. It's like, bro, it's not, like, you're not supposed to listen to it, like, with your head. Like, you're supposed to listen to it in the car, bro. Yeah, like, Cardi is, like, one of them. It's like, when it first came out, you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what is he saying, bro? And then it's like, okay, that's just how he be. And then it's like, I mean, the beat kind of fire, though. And it's like, no, but, like, you gotta smoke, though, like, when you listen to it. And then it's just, and that was, it's gotten to the point where even I'm just like, this is vibes. Like, you gotta listen to this and like vibe with it.
Little hard,
but that's what it is.
I have nothing negative to say about the young woman's character, but as an artist and as a brand, she's a great example of this exposure theory we're discussing. Cause she came in the game with this song called Munch. The song was blowing up and going viral on social media about a year ago, and I vividly remember how the first 2 weeks it was going up, everybody had something negative to say about it. A couple weeks passed and people went from clowning the song to being indifferent to the song to liking the song to loving the song to them becoming a fan of Ice Spice.
Talk about it.
Interesting. I'm not saying that she's universally loved, quite the opposite actually, but I like Ice Spice more now that
niggas definitely on her dick.
I've been exposed to her presence in comparison to when she initially came out. So who's to blame for this, you might ask? Well,
from one, whoever was pushing the fuck out of that shit. But it's really social media, bro. Niggas post everything. And then we got the celebrities and the TikTok people making memes about it, and all that shit. It's really a lot of people.
Oh, the labels, because they're controlling 90% of the music. That's surfacing to the top. One of the bigger reasons why hip-hop is able to dominate the charts in the first place has to do with the fact that hip-hop is being prioritized over a lot of other genres by the labels, i.e. these records that eventually go number one have a lot of money behind them because getting your record spun on all these major radio stations actually costs money, and so the quality of the music has taken a back seat because the priority is how can we make back the money on this album we're investing all these resources into. And with that being the case, who do you think controls the kind of music that actually gets released? It ain't the artists. And in a lot of ways, and this is the scary part, the artist is now like the supporting opinion to the main opinion.
Yeah.
And the main opinion is the label. They're really calling all the shots, and the artist is merely involved in support of that shot. So artists have literally, and we're going to touch on this in a second.
Could not imagine.
Rappers and artists universally have submitted their power to these corporations in hopes of becoming this big success. What does this exactly mean? Well, let's keep on talking.
Okay.
When you look at them white kids with Raiders hats on, it's the white folks getting pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making their future. I'm writing down their curriculum.
Yo, it's gotten to the point where, oh my gosh, people are just so disrespectful. Where they're like, yo, if you really think about it, Tupac's music wasn't really all that good. He couldn't even really rap for real. It's like, dog. Can niggas, like, this man been passed away. Just like let him have his status as a legend and as one of the greats, and stop trying to be this different person, bro.
Right now, what I write in my album today, when it comes out in 2 months, that's what white kids is doing. So who really is getting pimped?
First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim. Come equipped with game.
See, the I in rap industry at one point used to be silent. There was a time when we had rappers like Pac who was in.
Oh my gosh. This just reminded me of something. Huh?
What's up, homie?
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Hey, hold it. We're gonna let them go nowhere.
What's up, homie?
Congratulations.
Oh, we doing it.
You shining, baby.
My
Congratulations.
man a bottle.
No, what's up? What's up?
Yo, how well you know them cats?
Oh, they just helping me with this movie I'm doing. Hey, cool.
Chat, y'all want to take a wild guess of who this is? Or who this is supposed to be? No, it's not. It's not Tupac. It's not Tupac. It's not Tupac. Let's just continue watching. Chat. Why the fuck would they cast him as Tupac? Come on now. Why would he ever even look like he'd fit the role for Tupac? Chat. It's not Tupac. But it's the real Tupac is gonna come out later in the scene. But I just wanted to debate y'all.
What's the company you keep, man? They got a rep.
So? Nigga, you got a rep, so what the fuck you saying?
Shit, I'm a bad boy.
Yo, Pop, Big, can I get you to say a couple words for the camera?
Man, fuck your camera. Nah, I'm fucking with you, come on. Hey, yo, check it out, motherfucker. I'm Tupac. I'm chilling here with my homeboy in the...
This is the worst shit I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Yo, the fact that, like, oh, you know you are unrecognizable as a Tupac character when you have to scream out who you're playing as. Yo, I'm Tupac, y'all. I'm Tupac, y'all. Oh my God. What was the, like, how did he land this? I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to his agent. Oh my God, he has the best agent in the fucking world.
What the fuck you saying?
Shit, I'm a bad boy.
Long know as these niggas got a random ass dude playing Pac. This beyond bootleg.
Yo, Pop, Big, can I get you to say a couple words for the camera?
Man, fuck your camera. Nah, I'm fucking with you, come on. Hey, yo, check it out, motherfucker. I'm Tupac. I'm chilling here with my homeboy, the notorious B.I.G. on the scene. We about to take y'all motherfuckers by storm. Give them some.
True that, true that. You know, I'm chilling with my man Pac, who helped school me to the game and
they
shit.
know who it is.
You know what I'm saying? Now we about to wreak havoc on you motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Sean Dawn sippers. You know what I mean? Frank White, peace holder.
Yeah.
Rolex diamond. You know what it is, nigga.
Get some. We taking your money and buying your
wrong
bitches
with
with
you,
your
man?
money. That's right. Go get
See.
some, motherfucker.
What y'all think of this one?
Hail Mary, run quick, see what do we have here now? I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting picture paragraphs unloaded. Wise words being quoted. Beat the weakness in the rap game and sold it.
This one is better. This one was better, but their Snoop Dogg, that shit was like on fucking point, bro.
Bow down, pray to God, hoping that he's listening. See coming for me, my diamonds.
What up, Dre?
What up, Pac?
I'm about to bust the mouth with this new album.
Stop bleeping it. Damn, it's YouTube.
Okay, I feel that.
Suge said you got some heat for it.
It's at 1.5 Pac.
Oh, yeah. They play that.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel that? Yeah. With me.
This movie was amazing.
Yeah.
Niggas shoot.
Hey, hold on, Pac.
Niggas shoot,
Stay
man.
right there, man.
You never watch? Nah, this bro. Straight Outta Compton is like, bro. I seen this movie. I watched this in movies in the movie theaters, like constantly. And this came out around the time that I quit. That I had quit my job, and I went and seen this like multiple times.
In the industry, but never let the industry take the one thing he had, which was his authentic voice. Despite being a part of the industry, he never conformed to the standards of it. He kept a real outside and inside of the music, and that came with a lot of pushback. Labels didn't actually want Tupac in his purest form. They wanted a Pac they could mold into whatever it is they wanted to create him into, and he knew this. Pac on several occasions spoke about what he didn't like about labels and the industry. This is something that was depicted on the movie, All Eyes on Me. Before Pac signed to Interscope Records,
All Eyes on Me was pretty good too, but I still love Straight Outta Compton more though. But it was still good though.
He had this meeting with two label executives who just didn't understand what he was trying to do with his music. What happened specifically was they didn't like the idea of him releasing the song Brenda's Got a Baby.
I remember this when they talked about this.
Now that's a classic record, but obviously the music industry's focus is entertaining people and not emotionally moving people.
Now we do have a Couple thoughts, however. Little stuff, like maybe a couple of the tracks that just hold off on for now.
Like what?
Brenda's got a baby.
So you know who I am, and you know my music, and you think that I would actually scrap that song?
Well, to be blunt, Brenda's got a baby is depressing.
Yeah, I seen this movie.
Now, in the end, Pac and Interscope
saw it in
started seeing
theaters.
eye to eye, but that was only when Tupac was able to vocalize to the label executives why this record was so important to release. The only thing they see is, can this be marketed as it is? Pac, however, like the genius that he was, flipped it on him and said, I am the market. This is new, this is fresh, and this record is actually going to impact people on an emotional level.
That's how more people need to look at themselves, bro. Like, if you know you got a presence like that and you want to do some shit, bro, be like, okay, what like who is we marketing it? Like, what's the market for this? Like, nigga, I'm the market. They see my name, they see that I'm doing it, they're gonna come and check it out. Point blank, period.
And he was right, because Brenda's Got a Baby came out on October 20, 1991, and here I am talking about it 31 years later. The only reason why Tupac was able to get his way is because he actually believed in his way so much to the
His documentary on Hulu really tells everything about what he saw and did during his life, and Pac was gonna leave death row, but he had millions of dollars of debt from the company, and Biggie was leaving Bad Boy after his album, but he died right after.
Yeah.
the point that he was willing to walk away. Rappers these days are not willing to walk away from the industry. They're walking towards the industry, already being willing to conform and sacrifice their authenticity in order to join ship, just so they can have this
money.
big
They need that
infrastructure backing them
money,
up, i.e. a record label. And so what happens is the artists have given their power away to the industry because they want to make it in this. There's still that 20% who've maintained their power, but the majority gives it up. And so that has an effect on hip-hop across the board because the bulk of the rappers in the game follow suit. And how does that affect the genre? Well, the quality diminishes and the music is not as pure as it could be, because not only are we dropping a bunch now to satisfy the quotas of the industry, but the majority of what we're dropping has no soul because you...
But guess what? It doesn't matter because a lot of the people who consume this music are brainless drones who just, who go to and flock to whatever they're being told is fire, is heat, is the fire artist. And if you say any other way about it, you just don't get it. You suck. Da 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 da. All right, buddy. You got it, man. You got it, buddy.
gave your soul to be in this industry. You conformed, and that directly has a negative effect on the actual quality, because now we're not connecting with the rapper in his authentic form. We're connecting with a malleable version of the rapper that the industry has
That's
created.
why it's like, chat, that's why I'd be like, I'm done, bro. That's why I'm like, I'm done, because I remember when I started with this shit and all these artists was like coming up and shit, like Trippy and all of them, how people were like, oh my God, Trippy's voice is so fucking annoying. This like niggas could not stand that shit. And when I said I loved it, niggas were saying, yo, you're a dick rider. You just like anything. It's like, bro, and now this nigga's like, now niggas like fucking love his shit. This happened with so many different shit, and I'm not trying to redo that shit again. Looking at the newest artists coming up now, cause I don't got fucking time. I don't got time, man. I don't got time to deal with this shit, man.
So the place the music is being dropped from is an inauthentic place. It's coming from the wrong place because so many of our artists have decided to conform to the industry standard. And since the industry standard is, we want to make a...
I hated that fool, bro. And it's so crazy because the people that hated the artist, when they looked up a reaction, they also wanted that person to have the same reaction to them. So when they seen my ass like, oh shit, they were like, oh my God, I can't fucking stand this dude. But came back for every fucking video. Came back for every fucking video, bro. Every time I drop, bro.
A bunch of money. Are you on the same page? The 80% rapper says, yes, I want to make a bunch of money. What exactly do you need me to do? If you say jump, 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 I will jump, jump,
bro.
jump.
That's facts. Because if you don't do it, people in the comments gonna be like, yo, you dumb. I would have took that money easily. Stupid ass, dumbass, fucking drones. Think of it up.
If you say sit down, I will sit down. If you say bark, 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 I will roof, bark, bark, bark. And then there's that 20% who says, yes, I want to make a bunch of money, but what comes with making this money? These are the artists who have similar spirits to guys like Kendrick or J. Cole. See, these guys have made so much money, it's not even funny, and they did it righteously. They didn't conform. That's only because they knew their value before the industry saw value.
Also, I'm not knocking anybody who's like obviously signing to get their bag and like, you know, just putting out whatever type of rap. It is what it is. But I'm just talking to the people who like literally get mad and try to force other people to like things just because they like it. Some people see past the bullshit, bro.
Value in them. So many rappers wait for the industry to co-sign their value before they co-sign themselves. Approaching it from that perspective, when the industry does co-sign you, since the validation is what you are always chasing, you're willing to give it all away for chump chains. And that's what happens when you're chasing the validation of the industry. That's how they...
I will also be honest though. There was a time and a place for this that type of music. But if a nigga came out and put like a Brenda's got a baby or some type of shit with a message like that now, niggas is not gonna rock with it, bro. Niggas are gonna just make a mockery or be like, yo, who listened to that shit? Who listening to that shit? That's how people are. People are weird. Like, there's gonna be people that listen to it, but the majority of the, like, on the internet, which is where a lot of young people roam, are going to hate on it. Let a nigga come out now, or let J. Cole drop a song like that, talking about like a pregnant woman who got to deal with all this shit, and let that be posted on Academics page. J. Cole just dropped some new heat. Look at the what do you think what do you think the comments gonna say, bro? Nigga, not Tupac. These niggas be trying too hard. Ain't nobody trying to hear this. Okay, but who really playing this on in a car? That's the main thing. Who playing this after one listen though? That's the main thing people keep saying. It don't got you can't listen to this on a daily basis just because it's real. Okay, but I'm not playing this in my fucking headphones.
Get you. Most rappers just don't know their intrinsic value as artists, which benefits who? The labels.
I love it. I love and hate. I love and hate the younger generation. They're like, it's like what they be saying is funny and I get it, but at the same time, they're just so fucking ignorant, bro.
Person who doesn't know their value is more likely to get taken advantage.
Exactly. If a nigga put this shit on the aux, I'm looking at him like he crazy. My nigga.
Of they're more likely to mold themselves after the expectations of the outside world, which that really goes for anything, but especially if you want to make it in the rap industry and the music industry, period.
You don't understand you were 32. Okay, now y'all are just spiking up numbers.
They're so quick to conform, it's literally chipping away at our beloved genre that is hip-hop. Hip-hop has been infiltrated beyond anything I've seen, man, and the saddest part is, with the way things are set up right now, there's absolutely no going back. Record labels got too much power. The average rapper is willing to give away their soul for a $20,000 advance. Shit, even $10K to be fair. And the music is not only lacking in quality,
niggas giving up their soul for $10K, bro. Goddamn.
But it's also lacking in heart. It's lacking in conscious. 80% of rappers are sleepwalking through the industry. They're not even conscious. They've been sleepwalking through this shit, following the lead of the standard that's been set in place for them, not realizing.
Hey, but think of that though. Getting a bag off of just sleepwalking like bullshit, not even trying, because like niggas is gonna like it and eat it up anyway, because that's what's being pushed. I ain't gonna lie, one of these artists need to drop an album called Sleepwalking. Oh my gosh.
And they actually have the power to set the standard, but for that to happen, it goes back to what I said earlier, giving your unique power away and conforming to the industry agenda, which is make dollar signs, when really we should be putting the art first and not be so thirsty for them to let us inside the door, right? The average rapper right now is like that famished dog who's dying to eat that piece of meat because he's starving. Once they see that you're fiending for that key, like a dope fiend is fiending for that next hit of crack, they're gonna hypnotize you and make you hyper focus on a key, dangle it in front of you so you lose sight of what really matters, which is your authentic voice in its purest form. For you to keep your authentic voice, you can't look at getting inside the club as the end all be all. The quicker artists realize that you're the club the industry is trying to have access to, the quicker we're going to see a shift in the genre for the greater good. Also, stop giving your unique power away by waiting for the industry to validate you. If we can get that back, okay, if we can just get that in check, I think that would disrupt the whole genre in a good way, and in return, we're going to be able to speak life into the culture in ways we couldn't even imagine.
Money talks though. Niggas are willing to
Now, just some additional thoughts on this topic right here. The thing about hip-hop now, and just music in general now, the music industry, the last thing the industry wants now is for artists to take their time.
I was not expecting that. I seen his face reveal like on Instagram and shit, but I was not expecting him to do that.
And with music, because the industry is a machine that has to keep on getting
that shit caught me off guard.
And if that nutrition stops, the quality.
Hold on, I missed what you said. Sorry, I was distracted.
Music in general now, the music industry. The last thing the industry wants now is for artists to take their time with music, because the industry is a machine that has to keep on getting fed. And if that nutrition stops, the quality of the nutrition doesn't matter. If it stops, the industry is gonna stop. And
you know what is another thing that is kind of, I'm not gonna say, this is what a lot of people are doing in hip hop too now. Everybody wants to be so motherfucking mysterious, bro. Niggas don't want to post nothing. Niggas don't want to say nothing. Niggas ain't doing interviews. Niggas ain't doing this, that, and then they think that they are like these artists, these other artists like J. Cole and them, and that they could just drop and niggas gonna run to their shit. Not you. Sometimes you are not that guy. Not everybody can be that mysterious guy, because now it's gonna get to the point where it's just played out. I just miss. I kind of miss when marketing was like creative and niggas was doing like cool, fun rollouts, you know, shit like that. But now it's like everybody's like, no post, black profile screen, bio says soon, with an eye emoji.
And so artists have conformed to that standard that was set by the industry. And why do artists conform? Well, artists conform because they see other people conforming. And the majority of the industry, I mean, just majority of people in general are sheep, right? So if an industry is changing from the inside out, what's going to happen is anyone who's inside that industry, most people, 80%, 90% of people, they're going to conform because they see other people conform. And so we have this cycle.
Bros just staying out the way because, no, I think some people literally stay out. Like, some people just don't want to be online. And if, like, at first they were online, but now they're to the point where, like, if they don't have to be online, they literally won't be because they don't want to. And then I think there's some people who are literally forcing this mysterious character who still probably be online on alternate accounts, but leave their main accounts like deserted. Some people are like forcing the mysterious shit.
Cycle of monkey see, monkey do, and then in the end, the quality of the music ends up taking a hit, like a huge hit. I mean, think about it like this. Do you think people are actually listening to albums now?
No.
Are people actually listening to albums now?
No, because, like, why? No, why?
What happened when Kendrick, one of the greatest rappers of this fucking generation, dropped his last project? What happened? People's attention spans are goldfish status now. People couldn't even pay attention to the theme of the project. People couldn't even pay attention to what he was saying in that album. Yeah. You don't hear a lot of music fans talking about it. A lot of hip hop fans are not talking about that project. Why? It went against the grain. I think that album by Kendrick was almost like a test to hip hop. Can y'all digest this? Let me give you guys this. I'm gonna give you guys this body of work, and I'm gonna see if you guys can digest it. Not just that, I'm gonna see if you guys are gonna be willing to try to digest it. And what happened? What Jay-Z say? Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it?
What they do, they skim through it. They skim through it and then see like which beat be hitting, and then, you know, they be like, okay, let me listen to this one, and then that's how it goes. I mean, also, to be fair though, that's kind of what music, like the type of music that comes out now, that's what it is. You skim through the ones that as soon as the bass hits, you're like, oh shit, okay, this one hits. And then you go ahead and write this fake ass review under comments like, this is his best song, da 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 da. You ain't even listened to the full, complete album, start to finish. But that's another thing. A lot of these new artists, they don't put out an album that is meant to be listened to from start to finish because there's no fucking theme. They just put their songs up there. They just put songs up there. So it's like, you know, it's both ways. The reason why people don't sit down and just listen to an album from start to finish is because you can listen to a lot of these albums out of order with any fucking song.
Clearly, a lot of y'all motherfuckers are skimming through music now. I don't think people are really listening like they used to. And that's the biggest thing. The listener is also changing. It's not just that the industry is changing. It's how the listener is receiving the music. Mm-hmm. That's also changing. And
oh my God, that's what I just said, bro.
So we're going through
Thank you. Congratulations. Or, what? Sorry.
This behavioral change in the industry from inside of it and then outside of it. So the people making the music are changing their authentic ways of creating the music, like the artists, right, in hip hop and just the music industry in general, but specifically hip hop. The artist is changing. The artist is letting themselves get molded into what the industry wants them to be, and so they create a body of work that fits.
Not many put skits anymore to keep the listeners interested. I also think it's because not many put skits is because they don't have a theme for the album. Their songs don't have true meaning, so it's kind of hard to put a skit in there. The most people do nowadays, because it's like the easiest thing to do, because a lot of rappers are talking about love and heartbreak, is to put a fucking voice message in there as a fucking skit. Where's it at? I fucking hate you. No, you said you loved me, but you fucked me over. And honestly, I can't take it anymore. Beat drops. She can't take it, 'cause I broke her heart. And she can't take it, 'cause I broke her heart. Bitches, I love you. She know I do. I had to leave her. She ain't had no clue. I had to do what I had to do. Told that bitch, go pack up her shoes and take your purse and take your clothes, 'cause I can't fuck with no more hoes.
Right in line with that. Like, honestly, I just don't think people really want to hear albums now. People don't want to listen to albums now. And then we're sitting.
Oh my God. Hold on, buddy.
Acting surprised why the quality of the music getting dropped is so subpar. It's subpar because we're not listening. We're not listening with our ears and our minds and our hearts. The music is kind of getting played and we're not really hearing what the artist is saying. But the biggest issue is artists aren't saying anything to be heard. A lot of artists are not even trying to say anything.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Now they're just saying a bunch of words. There's no purpose behind the words. There's no intention. There's no spirit behind the words. So of course it's gonna fall on deaf ears. You're not making anything worth for me to listen to. And that's not all artists. I'm saying just as a whole in general.
Artists should always make the best art they can make at a given time. If it's genuine, it'll find an audience somewhere. No one has ever become successful blaming the audience. If your art is great, it will be appreciated by someone, not everyone.
That's true.
Right? Obviously, I'm talking about the mainstream, and I'm talking about the things that are coming to the surface, because we got to keep in mind, even though there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of artists that are not conforming. Most artists are going to conform. Most artists are always going to conform, because that's the easy thing.
And those are the ones you hear about, because it's like, yo, chat, obviously there's artists out there who are probably making the like most woke like type of music, not woke, but like eye-opening type of music right now. But hold on, my camera a little to the side. The most eye-opening type of music right now. Damn, J. Cole's struggling right now. But we're not gonna, it's like you have to go digging and searching for that shit. You literally have to go digging and searching for that shit, or be put on by somebody else, or like, you know, somehow find it. It's hard to find these artists unless they get like a big push. And the only way you can really get a big push is by doing this trash shit, bro. The shit that, you know, the shit that got a jingle that people can do TikToks to. It's hard. It's hard. It kind of sucks, bro. It kind of sucks because there's artists out there who are really like, if they were out there and in the forefront, a lot of people would look at these artists and be like, okay, this is what people like. So maybe let me actually sit down and start talking about something, because people are actually gravitating towards this. But there's not a lot of that out there. And the people who do that, they don't get listens because obviously niggas don't want to hear that shit, which sucks. Obviously, yes, people do want to hear it, but the majority of people don't want to hear it, which is why it doesn't get pushed, because people's attention span are just, you know, it's just low right now. That shit ain't, you know, it ain't hitting.
And because doing it your own way actually takes a lot of heart, and it takes a different kind of spirit to have the confidence to do it your way.
Yeah.
Most people don't have that lion spirit. They just don't have it. There's so much money in the music, and so the meaning of the word.
Plus, it takes a lot of time. Plus, another thing is, it takes too much time. Chat, it's so much easier to just put out music that is just like some vibe shit that you can say anything on. You get a fire ass beat, you just say some shit. But to sit down and actually think of a concept that how you want shit to go from song 1 to track whatever 10, 15 and make a concise like story with little monologues or little skits in between and transitions even. That shit takes time. Too much time for some people. Too much time where they're thinking like, well, damn, I'm taking so much time doing this. These niggas already dropped like 3 tapes, like, and they listening to him. Fuck this shit, bro. I'm going back to my bullshit. So it's like I understand both sides, bro. I understand both sides of it.
Words have taken a back seat. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this particular topic. By the way, I recorded this video like about a month ago, and I'm happy I sat on it because, you know, I just wanted to add that in. But I'm curious what you have to say about this. Any thoughts on it?
Excellent video, bro. Excellent video from start to finish, bro. I absolutely love this dialogue, man. And obviously, I feel like we were both in the same thought process because I've been feeling this for the longest time. Sorry about this pause, man.
Give me your thoughts, and yeah, catch you on the next one. I am out. Peace.
Peace, man. That water? I don't know how niggas drink out of metal straws, bro. You don't taste that shit, bro? You don't taste that shit, man? Bro, I absolutely love that video. I feel like it just needed to be said and talked about, and I feel like I was able to get some of my gripes that I feel right now, which is why I haven't been going as crazy as someone in chat says I'm gonna say hip hop.
I realized there's no good time to send this begging ass Dono, so I'm gonna just ask straight up.
If you ask,
I got banned in October for calling you dumb repeatedly after you took like 2 hours to beat the first puzzle in Scorn. My bad. Free me PLS.
Okay, first of all, fuck Scorn. I hated that game. I thought I was going to get an entirely different experience. That shit was a puzzle simulator. Passed off as a horror game. Fuck that game. Second of all, you're calling me dumb, man. What did you think was going to happen? You big meanie. You big meanie. Yeah. Mods, if you can find him, a grim _ Geist, you can unban. He can get unbanned, man. Okay.
Yeah. Lamau the previous Dono. But music is a spiritual universal. It's the only medium that transcends all culture/barriers. A melody or percussion needs no translation. How many rappers would you really call musicians?
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good ass question. Like that's actually a great question. I can't even answer that shit right now. Sorry.